YouTube, I am finally getting this started. It's about damn time. So, in this in in this specific video, I'm going to be splitting. Well, in this series, I will be splitting everything up into its own video. Right? I'll be organizing it so that it's more easily watchable for the viewers at home. And this is the first one. So, are you going to change Misley's place when the Ultra Form drops? Probably not, because Misley's usage is not changing. And Misley's already really good. I'm at work right now. Get off your phone then, Connor. Keep making your quesadillas or whatever. You're a cook, right? Maybe I can help squeeze out a help in the chat before I... Yeah, fair enough. Link TV. Welcome. But yeah, so I'll be splitting it into bite-sized portions of the, the me ranking, but I will be explaining everything. Are you doing each video based on each stat? No. What? No. I am doing a video for each banner. So like Dynamites, I will be doing this first video up until Dinosaurs, and then the stream will continue, but the video will stop. You know what I mean? I hope that's easily I hope that's easily understandable enough. But I'm going to go ahead and add something real quick. I'm gonna do top 10. This is my top 10. But I'm not going to start off with that. That's going to be something you find at the end of the series. But there will probably be reorganization happen throughout. But as of right now, it's not too overwhelming. So Ice Cat. So my methodology is kind of just like max potential, but also like I don't know, like how it's max potential specialist and considering generalist value as well, but not to the same level as specialist. You know what I mean? Like it's basically going to be a gut check, right? It's basically going to be a gut check on it's my gut feeling on each Uber, right? Yes, I am going to try and explain it. Like I'm going to have the wiki open. By the way, hello Razorlock. I'm going to have the wiki open. I'm going to be showing you guys what each Uber does, what their talents are, stuff like that. I will be showing everything. Hopefully the stream doesn't lag, but anyways, sorry YouTube that this is a long ass intro, but Ice Cat I think is B tier. Because hear me out. I know a lot of people love Ice Cat. I know I'm tempted to put Ice Cat in A tier, which is kind of generous, but maybe low A tier. I think low A tier, and I'll explain why. Delayed message. Sword of God Ponos is actually allergic to giving pixies more target instead. Well, I mean, the new pixie has a new target. But here's the thing, they're entirely based around doing aliens. But anyways, this is just going to be a lot of yap sesh, right? I don't want it to be a hardcore video, right? But Ice Crystal Cat has 425 range, 5,000 DPS, 34,000 HP, which isn't that great until you realize 3 knockbacks with 60-second recharge time is actually not bad. That's actually not terrible at all, considering the DPS and range. And then you get a guaranteed chance to survive a lethal strike. You get Strengthen, 100% Strengthen at only 1 knockback. So, since that's only Ultra Talents, let's look at level 60. Double this, you have about 19,000 DPS for most of your lifespan, and you're respawnable every minute, which is really good. Plus, you have good survivability, and thanks to this, you technically have 4 knockbacks. So you get 3 out of those 4 knockbacks strengthened. Now, obviously, knockbacks will probably be skipped, but you're at least guaranteed to live through 1, thanks to the survival lethal strike, which is really good. And then the freeze. The freeze is really good. For a second with it's 60% uptime. Better. No, that's not 60%. That's 80%. Something like that. My math isn't doing too hot right now. But it's really good uptime. Plus, of course, treasures increase that. And then there's also the targeting metal. She's just really good. Ice Cat's really good. This has been my visit. Okay, see ya, Glorb. Add Purgatory. Oh, I feel so bad for you. Doing Ghost King finally? Cool. Made a Tiller space off how much Ubers love Yuri. Interesting. Just got a 6 head. Damn. Unfortunate for you. Okay, so that's Ice Cat. I have officially over-explained 1 Uber out of 330. don't worry, if you wanted a tier list that's fully explaining only the Ubers and just the Ubers, no side talk, then you're in the wrong place, because I'm obviously going to talk about other things as well. This is a stream, this is me yapping. Get used to it. Goon tier list? No, this is just where I think they fit. Cat Machine, he serves his role, right? He's a really good anti-red and alien tank, right? Like, I say really good. He's immune to knockback, which is really nice, and he has a good amount of HP, and he has good recharge time, good speed. All the things you want in a tank, and then with immune to knockback, he has almost nothing else, but like, he can be really nice. Well, unfortunately, Ultra Talons and stuff don't really help anything. Thank you for the follow. Tetsukachi? Nah, I don't think he's a yaoi lover. I don't know about that. He's more of a you know? But anyways, Cat Machine's great. Not really anything special though. I think B tier is pretty perfect for him. Balrog. I got Cat Machine today? Nice. That's a huge W. Because Wave Block is nice. Balrog. You know, let me... Hold up. He's so bad that I need to add a row below him. Right? I need to add a row below him, and I need to just, you know, bad. You know, that's how bad I believe Balrog to be. Is what I would say if I was gaslighting everybody. He is our first top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Balrog is, in fact, our first top 10. And if anything, he's an honorable mention, but I think he's pretty easily a top 10. I don't think anybody really needs to doubt that. Are you really doing a prediction right now, brother? We're doing videos. I can't just stop to start a prediction for 2 seconds or for a minute, you know? Had me for a second? You really think I would... You really think I think so poorly of Balrog? I may shit talk him, but that doesn't mean I think he's bad. Bray accepting Balrog as a good unit? I've always said him to be good. In my Uber ranking, I literally had him in the top 10, like not even low on it. Well, he wasn't the lowest. He wasn't an honorable mention, you know? But like, what I will say about Balrog is that the people that think he's the best Uber in the game are just misled. Baja Blast Def affected his placement? What do you mean? Like, anybody that says he's the best Uber is lying to themselves, because he's just not. Anything with single targeting physically cannot be the #1 Uber in Battle Cats, because of the way that stages still have peons. Stages still have more than one enemy. Stages still have things that can absolutely bully your front line. And Balrog is definitely no exception to said bullying. So, like, anybody saying he's the best Uber is just poorly mistaken. But he is still really good, and he can be really nice. And I still think Ken is better, but the main thing with him is that his low-ass range, he can't even outrange Bun Bun. And 30-second recharge time, although it is short for an Uber, it's not the shortest thing of all time. I know, right? Underrating his recharge time is crazy, but like, it's 30 seconds still. That's still half a minute that you can go without Balrog. Meanwhile, Ken has like a third of that. So like, I'm just saying, if you want true unit uptime, Ken's the better option, because Ken also has better survivability, but that's besides the point. Obviously, really good damage. With Talons, he has a 200% strength, and he has cost down so that he only costs 2250, and then like with 200% strength, then this 30k DPS goes to 90k DPS. Like, this goes to 180,000 damage per hit, and this is at level 30, not even level 50 or 60, and that's not even including attack buff, which they did in fact give him. Like, it's just like, and he has good survivability. His HP is good. Like, it's actually pretty damn good. So like, it's... Hey, do you guys not know the... Do you really think 30 seconds is the shortest Uber recharge time? Boy, am I gonna teach you something throughout this tier list, but yeah, I think that's gonna be that. Anyway, Paladin. Paladin, serves a purpose, right? Paladin definitely serves a purpose that isn't necessary, but it's decent, you know? 2250 cost, 50-second recharge time, 245 standing range with a 50% chance to crit. No, I'm not talking about every single stat, because that would just simply be a lot of word vomit that nobody really cares about. You know, like, bro needs more tiers. That's the point of streaming it. I can add more later. His talents aren't really anything good. His crit chance gets increased. Yippee, money up. You know, like, he's good, right? Like, he basically shuts down pretty much any metal stage. But that's assuming that there's only metals on the stage, because then once you get him into a mixed stage, he kind of struggles. But he is cheap and he has a quick recharge time, which is exactly why Barog's good. So why not put him above D and into C? He's not even that good against metals. Are you crazy? Compared to other specialists? Why the fuck do you think I'm still putting him in C? What's the ranking? Just it's the all Ubers ranking, buddy. You clearly did not watch the video I did trying to start this whatever. We need an Uber meat shield? Nah. We have good enough meat shields. He's B tier? How the fuck is Paladin B tier? What kind of units are you putting in C tier if Paladin is B? I thought you did already? Yeah. But I'm redoing it, but with all Ubers rather than just base game Ubers. I'm also doing seasonal. I'm doing collab and legends, which I did in the last one, but I'm also including, where are those guys at? These guys. I don't know if I did them before. Nurse is a C tier? Really? You would put Nurse below Paladin? You're wild. No. I'm just gonna skip Baby Cats for a second, because just no. Nurse is not below Paladin. What are you on? Joyful Nurse is one of the few to have Sage Slayer. So any floating or black enemy that's a Sage, Nurse is probably your best option. And that's not even me lying. Because her slow and knockback are actually really reliable, 80%, and they're really good uptime. Like, same uptime as Ice Cat's Freeze, which slow versus freeze, I know freeze is better, but slow is comparable, plus it's knockback as well. So you have really good pushing power on somebody with 460 attack range and 3 knockbacks, which is good survivability. Obviously, the HP is kind of lackluster, but if you're getting ultra talents, you're getting HP. So as far as I'm concerned, it's fine. So like and then the mini surge as well. The mini surge helps a lot because even though it's only level 1, it is guaranteed. So it elongates the slow, it gets a double knockback, and it also increases the damage by a decent amount. So like TF2 equals the fuck to fair. But yeah, Nurse is at the very least B, and Paladin is at most C. I don't like. It's crazy that you start off with such a bad take. KB and Freeze and also Sage Slayer. You act like it's not literally my job to say what the units do. Let me do my job. Baby Cats, Esther. I don't think, like, okay, so here's the thing, right? I'm oversimplifying the tier list so that I don't actually have to make it all complex and shit. But if you want to actually know why I'm placing what where, you need to actually watch the videos instead of just looking at the end and being like, oh, this unit's better than this unit, because that's not how this works. When are you collabing with? I don't even know who the fuck that is. But anyways, Catching the Stroller, really good. The Omni helps out a lot with the missing. Like, even though it's only 60 range, it is good Pierce. Their wave levels up to level 3 with the Ultra Form. I don't think their damage and HP changes at all, actually, but their movement speed does, which makes it easier for them to get into blind spots. And then with talents, they have a better slow. Or, no, they just get slow, period. They didn't have slow before talents, which can be nice. It's only 40%, but, I mean, at least with that 40%, you have 40% chance of knockback and a 40% chance for slow. And so combine those and you're probably going to get something every other attack at the very least. So like but it's mainly their damage. 11,000 times 2 with the wave is 22,000. Plus only a 60-second recharge time, only a 3,000 cost, and let's see, and oh yeah, 200,000 HP. Yes, this is at level 60, and yes, that is what we're considering the Ubers from. Cat Clan Heroes. I don't actually think Cat Clan Heroes is the worst Uber by any means, because Cat Clan Heroes can actually be really nice. Honestly, better than Paladin. Please. Okay. Holy yeah, I don't care enough to read that. Anyways, Cat Clan Heroes is, I mean, like, I actually kind of like Cat Clan Heroes. I wish they had a combo. Sorry, a good combo. But like they're cheap. They've got a short recharge time, and they have a 350 standing range, which is actually pretty good for their LD, right? Like their LD is actually not bad. Their blind spot is pretty big though, and their crit chances just isn't good at all. It's nice, maybe. They don't even weaken metal, so like you're never using them against metal, right? And I mean the weaken is actually really nice. Unfortunately, it is only 50% uptime. But it is still LD weaken, so it can actually weaken backline, which is nice for red, since there is a red anteater. And it can be nice for relic because there is Motham, you know? So like that weaken can actually be really nice. And their survivability isn't even that bad. 70,000 HP. People say that they're, you know, piddly weak and stuff, but like with true form, they're actually not that weak. They double their HP from their evolved form. So like they're actually pretty good. Their damage is lackluster, but good thing that's not what I'm saying they're good for. Hey, please don't spam the same message over and over again, because especially if I acknowledge it. So like, smile. Don't make me ban you. Lazvos. Too inconsistent. Nah, I'm kidding. You guys are lucky I'm including combos. If there wasn't a combo, I'd maybe make him an honorable mention. You guys are lucky. You guys are lucky we're including combos. Which remind me, if I ever miss, if I ever down, like, if I ever put an Uber way too low when they have a combo, like Himayuri the other day when I did the Angel tier list, I forgot about her combo. She definitely deserved higher thanks to it. But yeah, Lazvos has a combo, Research L, you know, good stuff. 320 range, a lot of damage per hit. Strengthen, which the strengthen is like the worst part about him. I don't know why people care about it. Like, I understand that it increases his damage by 50%, but the 30% part, I understand that you don't like having strengthen at only survival lethal strike, but he basically still has that. Like, unless your Lazvos is just Omega invested, which I guess is what I'm considering, but like, he's got to get lucky in order to actually get a hit in without being out of survival lethal strike and being strengthened, right? Like, you're basically getting 2 hits with Lazvos. 1 unstrengthened whenever you spawn him, and 1 strengthened at survival lethal strike. And that's at most, unless you're somehow in a stage that just doesn't punish Lazvos at all, which is rare. But his HP, like, it's not lackluster, but his knockback count is, you know what I mean? His immunities are one of the most underrated parts about him. The 30% chance to survive to do a savage blow, which triples his damage, which means that this is at level 30, this would be 450,000, which is a lot. And then strengthen, that would be like a lot of numbers. But you know, he's good, right? Like, it's hard for me not to put him in top 10, but without this combo, he would definitely be like honorable mention or S tier. Just because I think he's too inconsistent and too hard to use to actually be a top 10 Uber on his own. But thankfully, he has a combo. Smile. I'm surprised I'm not making people mad. Valid, I guess. It's crazy that people have to say I guess after that. Because, like, people are too blind by their love for Lazvos, which is completely invalid in my opinion. But anyways, this guy, honestly, he completely shuts down Aku. Like, honestly, Satoru absolutely shuts down Aku. And it's not even funny. Like, I know there's a lot of Ubers that shut down Aku, but Satoru is the first one in this list so far to do so. And I'll still rank others the same way. You know, if they completely shut down an actually good trait, then I'll put them pretty high. Ice Cat basically shuts down red, but who the fuck cares about red? And metal? She doesn't even crit. The freeze can be nice though, but it's metal. It's not really a threat after SOL, because you get Future Cat, you get Curry, True Form, you get a high level Catasaurus, you get combos, you get Cameraman plus crit combos. You know, like, S tier are JoJo King? What? Are you asking me if I'm joking about putting Satoru in S tier? What are you gonna put in S tier? Amakusa? Like, if something shuts down a trait, like Aku, one of the more threatening traits throughout the entire game, you are insane. Bro's a stand user? Yeah? I'm saying he's really good? Oh. I thought you were criticizing me because you said Jojo King, so I thought you like fucked up saying, are you joking? You know? He definitely deserves S tier though. Sorry, I thought you were criticizing me. My bad. Tengu? What's his name? Birdman. Honestly, I think he's just B, but above Cat Machine at least, because... Oh, wait, I never actually showed... Sorry, I should do my job. Do what I promised, which is explanations. 3600, 80-second recharge time, 470 standing range. Like, that's actually insane. Huge LD, huge blind spot, but huge LD. As long like once you get cone, you don't have to worry about that blind spot as much, because Akus are most of the time put into pure Aku stages or close to that. You're almost never going to have a super mixed Aku stage. You know what I mean? Like, if Aku's the boss, there's going to be more than one Aku enemy. And, of course, Aku Gori is the only one that Satoru really struggles with. But even then, like, his slow is 6 seconds long. So if he lands that slow, you can probably kill that Gori before it can reach Satoru. You know what I mean? Like, his DPS isn't great either, but his survivability is really good. Do not get his knockback immunity, by the way. His survivability is really good. His... damage is fine. His LD is really good. Pierce is a long range. He's immune to Surge and has a 50% chance to shield pierce shields. As an anti-Aku, he has everything that he needs. LD, piercing shields, and Surge immunity. He has all three of those things, and he focuses more on shield piercing and status than on damage, which honestly is so nice and refreshing whenever there's so many Aku Ubers that just brute force the hell out of Aku. But anyways, I already ranked him. Now it's time for Tengu. Tengu is an anti-red and angel, immune to wave, immune to weaken, has a 100% strengthen at half HP, so with 3 knockbacks left. He has a lot of knockbacks. And then that strengthen brings him up to 8k DPS, which is pretty good for level 30. 400 standing range, 80-second recharge time. Unfortunately, he does require that strengthen to actually have good damage. And honestly, even then, it's not that great. So against Red and Angel, which Angel's actually good targeting, but this man does not have talents yet. But again at level 30 against Angels and Reds, I guess, but mainly Angels, strengthen, he gets a whopping 12k DPS plus a 50% chance to knock back, which is pretty okay. But you know, there's a reason why I'm putting him high B, because his damage is still good. It's just not the best. You know what I mean? It's still really good though. I've actually used Tengen quite a bit recently, and he surprised me. Excuse me. So Dinosaurus doesn't have a true form yet, but what I will say about Dinosaurus is that I haven't really seen anything about him. This is the first Uber that I can say I have never used. Like, I've even used Paladin a little bit. Like, I have straight up never used Dinosaurus. And, I mean, he's new, so what do you expect? But he looks like he'd be really good. I actually ranked him in the Angel tier list, and he looks like he'd be really good. And so, like, against Angels, like, I think he deserves B, at least. Like, I've never used him, but I assume he's more useful than Cat Machine, because his targeted trait is Angel, which is actually kind of dangerous, and his LD is really good, and his blind spot is, like, non-existent. And his damage is actually quite nice, you know? His recharge time is low. He's not expensive. I mean, he's not cheap, but he's not expensive. His survivability is really good. You know, he has a Conjure. So it's basically like a one-time use Breaker Blast, you know? I actually think Dinosaurus can be really good. No D tiers yet. But that'll probably change with, like, seasonals, collabs, and stuff like that. And we're not even getting to the fun part anywhere near today, because once we get to the collabs, I'll actually be able to be learning a lot about these guys myself. But yeah, so YouTube, that is the first part of the true all Ubers tier list. If you did enjoy, please do come back for more, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.